case of NWA versus the police department. Prosecuting attorneys are...
Graffiti is commonplace in Sheffield. The artists, known as taggers, scroll on walls, obliterate street names, and even clamber up onto rooftops to leave their mark. Worldwide, the favorite canvas for graffiti is the subway, like Sheffield's Parkway. As soon as the walls are cleaned, they are targeted again. Now, Sheffield is on the war path.
Police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Right about now,
The writing on the wall is clear. Graffiti won't be tolerated. Crime Stoppers have launched a campaign called Name That Tag. Anyone who helps find the police a tagger is being promised £1,000.
As we can see here, this is a graffiti hotspot. This subway has been targeted by graffiti taggers and vandals, and they've created criminal damage. What we're encouraging the public to do is to ring in Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111 and get people to tell us who these individuals are that are doing this type of graffiti. They can claim up to a cash reward of up to £1,000. And we want to wipe this graffiti out. We want to make people feel better walking through here, not worse. This puts a blight on their environment.
Taggers are obsessed with leaving their mark in public places while staying in the shadows. Their faces are known only to their peers.
We tag when you see names on the walls and everything, you think, why can they tag and not me? So I do it 10 times as big as they do it. And then when they come and see it next time, they'll do even bigger. Next thing you know, this whole wall's finished.
So what happens after that?
After that, you go to next wall.
You get pleasure out of it, and when you see other people's tags, when you see someone's tag, you just write your own tag next to it so they know and this and that. Represent your own area or whatever, your name, and it's a nice buzz. And sometimes there is racist remarks and that, like backies, so then we write things back like white bastards and all that hype and that.
Helping the police in the war are the grindbusters. This civic army is on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They blast the graffiti and make it disappear.
The council spends over £200,000 on removing graffiti in any 1 year, which is a huge amount of money. Back in 1994, Sheffield was described as the graffiti capital of England, and since then we've made great strides in clearing graffiti. We've concentrated on the major shopping sites and the gateways, which are now predominantly free, and we've looked at working in partnership with the police. We also record the tags and where they are on hotspots and alike, and the intention is potentially remove graffiti and prevent people from tagging.
Sheffield's always been at the receiving end of taggers. In the mid-1990s, the city was hit by Britain's most prolific tagger, Fista, whose real name is Simon Sutherland. Fista's notorious activities put Sheffield on the UK's graffiti map. But today, Fista claims to be a legal artist.
I still get temptation to do artwork, but whether or not people view it as scrawling, I don't do tagging anymore.
Inspired by the hip-hop culture, writers believe that graffiti is an art form.
to that next day, motion divine.
Check out the graffiti exhibition all around the court, looking good, like you know it should. Oh yeah.
The 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't follow me.
A tag is a fancy way of writing one's name or nickname. Taggers are at the first level of graffiti writing. They are inclined to draw more artistically as they grow up.
You get two kinds of graffiti trying to run parallel at the same time. And once people think graffiti, they think about the graffiti on the street. They don't think about graffiti art. And really, for us graffiti artists, we're just getting painted with that same brush, that same bad brush.
Well, I'm no doubt that some people do believe that it is an art form, But that's fine as long as they're doing it on their own property with permission.
What's art to some is vandalism to others.
I honestly can't really see where the artists can justify that this is art, the graffiti people. This is just spraying names. There's nothing on this wall. I've walked down it a number of times that can, well, any piece of work on here that I could say, yeah, definitely this is artists expressing themselves and I can see what they're doing. All it is people are writing their names so other people can say, so-and-so's been here, so-and-so's been here, TRB, RB, what's that, Zoidberg's been here. This is not art, this is just people stamping their names to say they've been here. And it's criminal activities for me.
You can't follow me.
Cocking a snook at the police, graffiti artists announced that the campaign won't work.
I don't think it's really going to go anywhere. Graffiti writers are such a close-knit community and family. It's like grassing up on your mum or your brother or your sister.
I think it's part of graffiti and kids are going to do it. Whatever police or courts are going to do anyway.
What we've found, and our information makes us believe that taggers generally work in groups. They're very rare that a tagger works individually. We're appealing to the fringes of the group to potentially name drop the tagger.
1 o'clock on a midsummer night, a gang of 3 gets active. These folks can run up 300 tags in a night's graffiti bombing, as they call it.
The missing link connecting the diaspora community to its drum-woven past. Whereas the quantized drum has allowed the whirling mathematicians to calculate the ever-changing distance between rock and
Fuck themselves, these so-called grime-busting squad. They haven't done shit. Look at my brothers over here, fucking sorted, still on there, mate. It's been on there for weeks. I'll tell you, they can shove it, man, shove it. They put it up, all we simply do, take it down, man. It's just a case of getting your can, giving it a quick little spray, and you know what I mean.
Under the cover of darkness, Dent has a mission. His goal is to plaster the whole city with his name and achieve graph fame.
As determined by the collective consciousness of this state of being and the lessened distance between thought patterns and their secular manifestations, the role of men as listening receptacles is to be increased by a number.
Swear down, mate, we're so sly. They can't catch us for shit, mate. Can't catch us for shit.
Crime Stoppers are determined to wipe Sheffield's slate clean. With taggers obsessed with name and fame on the loose, there's maybe a long-drawn crusade. Archana Sharma, Just News.
Whereas breakbeats have been the missing link connecting the diaspora community to its drum-woven past. Whereas the quantized drum has allowed the whirling mathematicians to calculate the ever-changing distance between rock and stardom. Whereas the velocity of spinning vinyl cross-faded spun back.